Final leg day of 2025 prep. Let's get it. All right, guys and girls, here we are at Elite. It's Sunday, mid-morning. Most of the time in this facility, it was just Chaz and I and Axel. And this is bodybuilding. Everything inside of my body says rest, relax, chill. But this and this says dump the fucking gas tank. And that's, to me, what separates champions. And I'm not saying I'm going to be the last man standing, because that may not be what's in the destiny for me. But it is what is finishing this job. And right now, that's all I care about, is being my absolute best on stage. And in order to do that, I have to come in here and I have to completely wipe myself clean of the gym. This is the final time I'm going to train legs this whole prep. So I want to leave nothing to chance. So follow along. Let me show you exactly why I did what I did. All right, guys and girls, what Chaz didn't film here is I just got here early to warm up. And part of that was just getting my mind right. I did donkey calf raises, tibia raises, and reverse hyper for three rounds with minimal rest, all 10 reps each. There's something about that combo that just not only gets my mind right, but it loosens my ankles up, it gets my low back feeling good, and my spine decompressed. So it's a perfect place to start. It's boring to watch because nothing's to failure, nothing's hard. So that's why I don't even have him filming. I just get here 15 minutes early, put on my Arctic Bomb, and get to work. Now, for the first thing with actual work here was I did a set of 15 and a set of 12 on this kneeling leg curls. And every one of those reps were just precision and accurate. And I'm thinking about getting a cramp 10 out of 10 on my hamstring. Then for my work set, I had 2 quarters on each side. And the goal was to get 10 full range of motion reps with perfect form and then get 10 bottom half partials. And that's all I did. One set. Next up is going to be a combo set of seated leg curls and adductor. So what you guys didn't see was 4 feeder sets getting into my top end load. So I'd been doing this seated leg curl stack for anywhere between 10 and 12 this entire prep. And I think even one week Chaz got it on film where I did 13 or 14. And today I got it for more than 8. So super stoked. That means I lost 0 strength throughout the course of this prep. And that's how you know it's a win, right? So you figure I started it at 258 and I'm nowhere near 258 right now. So knowing how to maintain that strength is what keeps the muscle on my hamstring. So hard, miserable set there. Then immediately go over to adductor and do the stack for somewhere north of 8. I didn't care how many. And you notice neither one of these, I'm really straining to get like extra reps, meaning I'm not using my hands on the adductor to get forced reps because that's not where I need to be at this point. Like I need to exhaust the muscle, but I don't need to overtax it. So it's kind of a sweet spot for this final leg day. That's what you'll see in this workout. All right, now, fun thing of the day, I'm doing an occluded leg extension, but I'm doing the John Meadows warm up. So I'm taking an already fucked up exercise and making it even worse. So I maintain the same load that I normally do, I just did this occluded. So if you guys remember from watching me do this in the past, and God, I've been doing this for years on the channel, it's 15, go up in weight, 15, go up in weight, 6, go up in weight, 6, go up in weight, 4, go up in weight, 3, done. And you notice I left the wraps on the entire time. And Chaz even got me taking these wraps off, and I want you guys to just look at the detail and the vascularity of my quads. And that's after 1 work set of quads. 1! And that's what they look like. So it just shows you like how effective that was. right, now getting into the money makers of the day. So leg press, feet low on the platform, roughly shoulder width. I did warm-up sets with 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, and 5 plates, and then we put on 6 for my work. And if you notice here, guys, it's just precision reps. I'm not trying to break the bank. I'm not trying to set PRs. I'm just getting good, clean, deep reps, owning every inch of it, and going somewhere in the like 8 to 9 RPE range. So again, not gassing it to the full extent to where Chaz is spotting me or I'm having to use my hands to get the sweat up. Then we strip down to 3 plates aside, use the V stance, really sunk these deep, pause in the hole, and just try to make my quad sweep burn as much as humanly possible. So I think that was somewhere around 12, and that felt perfect going into hack squats. All right, so with this, I had one singular mission. I needed 6 plates aside, and I wanted to pause every rep at the hole. And then I told Chaz, I was like, I will be thrilled if I get 8 to 10. Watch these reps, watch the execution. Every rep, totally owned to the negative, pause in the hole, fire up, not lock out of the top. And I was thrilled to get 10 here. Happy with this set. For my back off, I stripped to 3, and this was a Tom Platz hack squat, where I'm gonna go pump 3 reps, and then I'm gonna go 1 super slow. And I just repeat that process until I can feel like it gets really, really challenging. I think I made it through 3 different rotations there. So I went 3 pump, 1 slow, and that 3 rotations before I knew it was time to call it quits. Now, got to work those quads, work those glutes. So it's a superset of split squats and glute bridge. So I grabbed an 80-pound dumbbell with a heel wedge, and I did 10 reps on each leg, right leg and then my left leg. I'm gonna go over and go 315 on the glute bridge, do as many reps as I can with good form. Go back to the wedge, but with no weight this time, and do body weight for really controlled 10 reps. finished with 2 plates of side on the glute bridge, just squeezing my glutes so I couldn't take the pain anymore. So 1 true work set. And then to finish today, I told Chaz we were walking to the front room, and I was like, I should probably be done. And he goes, don't you always tell people, like, listen to their bodies? And I'm like, I definitely do. And I would like sit there for a second and said, yeah, we're gonna do 1 set. So we did 1 set of cable pull-throughs, and I just wanted to stretch my hamstrings out, if I'm being brutally honest, and get 1 final last bit of just glute contraction. So I did 10 reps, nothing crazy, is 100 pounds on the stack. Again, this is trying to open my hips and hamstrings and glutes up, and then fire to a full contraction. That's the totality of the workout, guys. If you look at that start to finish, you've seen me do much harder training sessions as far as legs go. But if you look at the pump and the vascularity and separation in my legs, like what I accomplished today is exactly what was needed for where I am 6 days out. So it's a fine balance between enough and not too much. And I think I nailed that perfectly today, where in the past, like if you look at this peak week leg day, too much. It's just too much. And that's because I allowed the emotion of John's death to overtake my body and overtake my brain, and I completely lost logic and lost sight of what was the purpose of the day. And I was just trying to drive myself into the ground and realize that I couldn't climb out of that hole. So, you know, that's a premise that I'm going to leave you guys with that he taught me. As he's always would say this, Chris, like when we train, we dig a ditch. But when you dig that, you need to make sure there's still enough ground left underneath your feet that you can jump out of it. And if you can't, you've went too hard, too deep. And today I feel like I'm at the point where like my chin's like right here at the ground and I can still hop out of it. So mission accomplished. So there you have it, guys and girls. Another exceptional leg day to finish up this prep. Please like, share, subscribe. And I'm going to tease you a little bit of content to come. So after this show prep is over, I'm going to completely chronicle my 29 weeks out from Masters Nationals. And normally I go in the shadows for these preps, right? And I don't really say much, and I just kind of, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do a show, blah, blah, blah. Like, not this next time. After this prep is over, it is full transparency. We are going to have my meals, my training, my food, my mindset, my thoughts. And you're going to see start to finish about how I do my first legitimate shot at attempting to get a pro card. And I've done North Americans before, but that was a half-assed attempt when my mind wasn't right. And I still to this day don't feel right about that. And mainly it's because that wasn't the plan John and I had. And I, again, allowed my emotions to take over and make that irrational decision. Well, this time I'm in a great spot. My body is much more complete, and I am mentally in a great spot to attack what I feel is a possibility of doing very well at Masters National. So we're going to show you guys that full start to finish of that prep, and I'm excited to get that to you. So again, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, Chris Evans TV, and on our way to 100K subscribers.